How to start a blog for free in 2021. What's up everyone, Amy here. So Grooveblog was released last week. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of setting it up, creating blog posts, and how it compares to WordPress. To follow along in this training, you will need a free Groove account. I'll leave a link in my pinned comment below, and when you sign up through my link, you also get some bonus training from me as well. Now, be sure to watch until the end of this video because I'm going to give you some recommendations if you want to transfer over from WordPress. Are you ready? Let's go! Okay, once you log into your Groove account, click on Apps, Grooveblog, head over here, click New Blog. Give your blog a name. Let's call this Gardening Blog. And for the subdomain name, we'll just call this Test Garden. And guys, for the time being, you can only host your blog on Grooveblog's subdomain. Publishing your own branded domain name is coming soon. Click Done. Once it's finished loading, Groove will auto-populate your blog post with a few placeholder posts. Over in the left-hand panel, you've got a few tabs that's laid out similar to WordPress, although it's less overwhelming as you can see here because Grooveblog is in beta and it's fairly basic right now. Let's start with the Home tab. This gives you an updated view of your home page after you created a post or updated a post. Let me open up another Grooveblog I created earlier to show you the before and after. I've used the same Grooveblog theme and simply edited the existing blog post to create something like this. Hopefully when you're done with this training, you'll create a blog similar, if not better than this. Let's switch over to using this demo blog so that you can see how I've configured it. Next is posts, so we'll click on that. Up on top, click on the drop down arrow and you can filter your blog posts based on categories. Let's click on vegetable gardening. Under last published, you can view older posts first or newer posts first. To create a new post, simply click on New Post, type your post title here, and over here is where you enter in your post content. So I'm just going to quickly grab some copy over here, paste it in. Now, in order to create a subheading, you've got to type in the subheading out first, highlight it, that will open up, and you can create a H2 heading. In order to add a video, all you need to do is open up a YouTube video, copy that URL, head back here, click on that plus sign, click on this film icon, paste in your URL here, and now the video is embedded. To upload an image, you'll click on plus, click on this first icon, click upload image. I'll just select an image, open, click upload arrow. I'm going to select that, click select, and you will see it loaded. Now, in order to hyperlink an image, you would go up here, drag it, and highlight it all. Then this would pop up. This is when you can click on this icon and enter in whichever domain URL that you want and press enter. To format the font further, you can just highlight the font. This will pop up. You can either bold it, italicize, underline it, create a link inside of your post, create bullet points. I love bullet points, and just hit enter, and that will automatically create a bullet point for you. And to change the text color, just highlight it. That will pop up. Click on this icon, and you can change that to green if you wanted to. Next, you want to go to this cogwheel icon. Choose a featured image. So I'll click on this. I've already uploaded a feature image. I'll select that, press select, and for the post slug, this is where you enter in the post URL. You can have your keywords in your post URL if you wanted to. And an example of this is, let's say I call this ediblegarden.grooveblog.com blog / how to build a raised garden bed, which is the post slug. And that's the URL of this particular post. For publish date, just click on it and you can schedule your blog post at a later date, say this date, and click next. And you can also set the time and press OK. For categories, this will be under vegetable gardening again. Under keywords, this will appear as tags for the post. So I can just enter in raised garden bed. For the excerpt, it's 200 characters, but I'm just going to copy this and paste it in here. You can decide whether you want this post to allow comments or no comments. If you click on edit metadata, you can enter in the title of this post to appear a certain way in Google search engines. So I'm just going to leave it as how to build a raised garden bed. You would enter in the meta description. Obviously for SEO, you'd want to put the main keyword within the meta description as well as in keywords. I'll just collapse this and open up Open Graph. And guys, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button for me and subscribe to my weekly newsletter so that you don't miss any of these trainings. For Open Graph, open graphs are meta tags that control how your links are displayed on social media. You can add your OG title here, the URL, description of your social media links, as well as a custom image here. Let's close out of that and click on add custom code. For custom code, you can add any CSS or custom codes you want here. Once you've finished drafting your post, you can click save to put the post in draft mode or click publish. So let's click publish. Now we're back into the post dashboard and you can see this post was the one that we just created. To delete or clone a post, you click on the three dots here and click on edit, or you can click edit here, or you can click delete. Since this was a copy of the original post, I'm just going to delete it. Yes, delete it. Let's head back to the left panel and click on categories. You can edit existing categories by clicking on the drop-down arrow, clicking on edit, or deleting the categories you don't need. To add a new category, simply click on new category. For the name, let's call this soil. For the slug, it'll be soil as well. And for the description, I'm just going to put in that. You can have this category appear in the menu navigation by toggling it to the right. I'm just going to leave it not in the menu navigation and click on done. Next is themes. So we'll click on themes. Currently, there are only 3 themes that you can choose from. However, Groovy is planning to add more themes here later down the track. Just click on use theme. Click yes, change it, go back to the home tab, and you can see how your blog would look like in the front end. So I'm going to go back to themes and click use this theme because that was the first theme we use. And now you can customize the theme by clicking customize. This will load the default placeholder image and post, but don't worry, whatever changes you made will still be active. Over on the right panel, under appearance tab, you will see typography. At the time of recording, there's only 3 font types. You can change the heading as well as the body font by clicking on the drop down arrow, as you can see here, and then selecting it. You can also change the font type by dragging it forward. So there's only 3 types of fonts: small, medium, or large. I'll have it set at large. Under colors, you can change the heading font, body font, links, buttons, button text color by simply clicking on the color, clicking on the circle icon, entering the hex code here, click on check, and then you can close out of it. For example, for the button color, I want that changed to green. Click on it, click on this again, paste in that, press the check, and close out of it. For image overlay, what that means is that when you hover over a featured image, the color will be this blue. I don't want that to happen, so what we're going to do is click on that again, click on the circle, enter in the new hex code for green, and now when you hover over it, there will be a green overlay. So this overlay is a bit too dark, and what I'll do is decrease the transparency a bit more. Happy with a slight tint of green, and you can add extra custom CSS code here. Let's head back up top and click on layout. This will allow you to customize the layout of the home page, post page, and category page. So for the home page, you can toggle on or off to show the sidebar, categories, or opt-in forms, but I might leave the category on and enable opt-in form. Under post style, you can have your post in a list format like so, or in a grid, or as masonry. I'm just going to leave it at list. Let's go back here and select on posts. For posts, I currently have it set at sidebar, but we can disable that and have it as a single page post. Let's go back here and click on categories, and categories simply look like post page as well. And you can have it on list, grid, or masonry. Once you're all happy with that, just click on save. Let's exit out of this. and move on to navigation. Because it's called Groove Blog, you can only create blog posts here, unlike WordPress. So when you click on navigation, you have the top navigation, call to action button, and the footer navigation. You can edit existing navigation links by clicking on the three dots, clicking on edit. Over here, it will be the title of the page, and you can add the link to that specific page. Because all pages are built on Groove pages, Groove Blog is purely for the blog. So whatever links you add in the menu navigation, you will need to add the URL of that specific page right here and click on update. To move the navigation links around, just go to these 9 dots, hold on it, and then you can drag it up or down. For the call to action button, I'm just going to click back on the home page. And this is the call to action button. So we'll click on navigation, click on 3 dots, edit. You can use this link to link back to a landing page, add an affiliate link here, or anything that you like. In my case, I'm adding a newsletter, and I'll click on update. If you want to disable the call to action button, just toggle it to the left and it will disappear. And editing the footer is exactly the same. You just click on the 3 dots and click on edit, or you can delete navigation. Now, if you want more navigation links than this, then just click on the plus and add in your title and link. You can have that link in either the top navigation or the footer navigation before pressing add. The last part is settings. So we'll click on settings. Under SEO settings, this is the slug, i.e. the word that goes before the URL for the post, tags, and categories. For example, every time you create a post, it will be blogname.grooveblog.com/post/how to build a raised garden bed, for example. I personally would prefer not to have the word post as a slug, but it's fine to leave these settings as is and just click on save. For domain settings, you can change your subdomain of your Groove blog here, but keep an eye out under this tab because there should be an option to publish your own domain in the future on Groove blog updates right here. For logo settings, I have this logo at 233 by 60 pixels, and Groove blog will automatically resize its height to 30 pixels or so for you. In social link settings, just enter in the full URL for your Instagram, your YouTube, and your Facebook here. I'm sure they will add more options for other social media profiles at a later date. For comment settings, right now it's mainly for enabling Facebook comments in your post. Lastly, under form settings, this appears as a sidebar opt-in form and it's tied to GrooveMail. If you don't know what GrooveMail is or you don't know how to make GrooveMail work for you, then check out my GrooveMail part 1 and part 2 tutorial. For form heading, you can just change the title and the description, click on the drop-down arrow, select the form that you created in GrooveMail and press save. So here's how the blog looks like. I quite like it, and I'll leave a link to this blog in the description area for you to see a demo of it. Now, if you're wishing to transfer over from WordPress, here's my recommendation. If you have an existing WordPress blog hosted on your own domain name that has a lot of backlinks with pages ranking on Google, hold off on this because Groove blog is fairly basic right now. There is no import tool from WordPress to Groove blog, and it doesn't have any advanced SEO features. If you're just starting a brand new blog and you want something lightweight and minimal, then definitely start using Groove blog as they will eventually have the custom domain feature in place. My verdict, I really like Groove blog. I like how lightweight and mobile responsive it is. And because I'm a simple kind of gal, I love the simplicity of how easy it is to use Groove blog. Even with the 3 themes available, it's clean and it doesn't get in the way of a user reading your content. What I like to see more in the future with Groove blog is more SEO functionality, integration with Google Analytics, Google Search Console, sitemaps, rich snippets, tag management, and sharing on other platforms like Pinterest. All right, that wraps it up. If you found this video helpful, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, see ya.